Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So finally, we have a Christian saying on YouTube Live that he is a Christian pretending to be a Muslim, and then the reason behind this, or the reason why he is doing this, is he wants to expose Islam, subhanallah, and ultimately win souls to Jesus. We're going to be watching this, and of course, it's funny that it happened on a Christian channel. Very funny. It happened on a Christian channel, and maybe that's not his first time, deceiving the people. And what is worse is Christians are not even saved from this deceit because now they are not being exposed to the truth. Imagine them feeling that this guy is a Muslim, coming on live to defend Islam, only for them to see this guy agreeing with what this Christian is saying. So you can imagine it would only make them to stay Christian, okay, and they would never go and seek the truth. So now, why would this guy go this route, this Christian go this route? Let's get started. Before we continue, don't forget to like and share this video, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The first thing we should know here is it happened on a Christian channel, and it happened on a channel you would be shocked to hear it happened on Avery's channel. Yes, you heard that right, Avery's channel. So this guy came up because this guy do have lots of viewers when he is live. So this Christian comes up despite several warning by Avery that no Christian should come up. This live is only for Muslims to come and defend Islam. In fact, a Christian before this guy, a Christian came up to give a testimony. She claimed to be a Muslim, then converted to Christianity. She came up to give her testimony because God has been telling her to give her testimony, so she wanted to do that. And Avery told her that this is just for the Muslims. Okay, this is what happened.
I see what looks to be a Christian there.
Hi.
How you doing? Are you a Muslim?
No, I'm actually a Christian. Well, I used to be a Muslim.
Okay.
But now I'm a Christian, so I just feel like God has been telling me to share my testimony,
Yeah, but this is not a life for that. I just respectfully, I love that you came to Christ, you know what I'm saying?
So now after this guy came up, but before he came up, you can see the disgust in Avery's face. I've repeated this again and again that this is just for the Muslims, and then you still have Christians coming. And then he said something important that is meant to scare this guy pretending to be Muslim. He's yet to come up, but then this is meant to scare him because Avery said he's going to put everything in caps so Christians can see this and not give any excuse for coming up. This is what he said.
I'm about to put in all caps just in case someone doesn't see that this link is strictly for my Muslim friends. Muslims only, explanation points, and now the link. So now this should prevent any non-Muslims from joining. All right, now let me go ahead and pin this. All right, now the link is pinned. So you guys know who that's for, all right? Don't disappoint me now.
Don't disappoint me, he said, but then this guy still came up. Let's listen.
12 seconds later.
A lot. How you doing, Nutella? Nutella.
Good. What's good?
Nothing much. You a Muslim?
Yeah, man. You should go to Islam, bro, because
He said, yeah, man, you should go to Islam, bro. Yeah, man, you should go to Islam. Subhanallah. You can imagine the confidence. Pretending to be a Muslim while knowing fully well they're a Christian. Subhanallah. Let's continue.
yeah, man. You should go to Islam, bro, because we get to work for our salvation.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know that I can't work for my salvation, man. So if I went to Islam, I'd be ish out of luck. But I'll tell you what.
I'm saying.
This is what will make me. This is what will make me convert
outweighs
this.
your bad, then you can.
This is what will make me take Islam seriously. Jesus mentioned that. That the Quran mentions that Jesus says that Muhammad will come after him. So if you can show me where Jesus says that Muhammad comes after him, I definitely take Islam seriously and believe that Muhammad was actually a real prophet.
Well, Muhammad, our Quran says that if your good deeds outweigh your bad, then you're good to go. Like you can even get multiple wives in heaven, and all you have to do is be a good person.
Are you really a Muslim?
I mean, I'm a Christian, bro. I'm just trying to expose the enemy, bro, because honestly, when it comes to Muslims,
Matter of fact, hey guys, block him. If you guys see him in the comment section, go ahead and block him. I don't do Christians who pretend to be Muslims on a Christian live, wasting our time. I don't do that. Block him.
Look at the way he pronounced the Prophet Sallallahu name. More something. Subhanallah. You can from these, this guy's just subhanallah. He's not a Muslim. Okay, and then he said, the reason he gave subhanallah very funny. He's trying to expose the enemy. You can imagine. And again, like I said, this is what we keep saying. It's possible that Avery knows nothing about this. Okay, I'm not saying he planned this. Okay, there are Christians planning this. Okay, and there's this popular one that recently had a debate with Orthodox Muslim. This guy always invite people, Christians, give them the attire of a Muslim, and then argues with them, the deen, Christianity with them. And at the end of the day, these people accept, Christianity. They convert to Christianity. This guy, I've said something about this before. I think a year, 2 years ago, I said that this guy, this is what he does. So people would know that these people he brings up to the scene are not in any way, shape, or form Muslims, rather they are Christians. You see, but Avery, it's possible that he knows nothing about this, and that's why he said people should block him. But then, why would this guy come up and try to expose Islam, pretending to be? You can come up, say you're a Christian, then expose Islam without pretending to be a Muslim. But why would you pretend to be a Muslim so everybody believes you are a Muslim, and then when you expose Islam, people would say, yes, this is exactly who Muslims are. This is, what they teach. And then ultimately making Christians remain Christians, then confusing Muslims or bringing them to Christianity. So the big question is, where is this guy getting his motivation from? Of course, there's something motivating him. And this is nothing other than the Bible. Of course, yes, the Bible. Okay. So when you go to Romans 3:7, one of the latest of Paul, you would see where Paul said, but if through my lie God's truth abounds to his glory, why am I still being condemned as a sinner? So Paul here is saying that if through his lies the glory of God abounds, okay, winning soul to God, making people live Islam or what they believe, and then converting to Christianity, why should that person be condemned as a sinner? Rather, he should be praised for doing God's job, right? People might argue, Christians might argue, that when you read the verse in context, it is not saying that you should lie for the glory of God. Rather, it is condemning the people that do evil. I would totally agree that, yes, Paul in that context is looking like, okay, he is condemning this, okay? But there's a difference between telling lies and, of course, doing evil. Would you commit evil, okay, for the glory of God? Or would you rather tell lies for the glory of God? Okay, so there's a difference. I believe there's a difference. And the reason we know this is the verse in 1 Corinthians. Okay, and this is what convinced me that Paul actually meant what he said in Romans 3:7. Okay, when we look at 1 Corinthians chapter 9, 20 to 21, Paul says, to the Jews I became as a Jew in order to win Jews. To those under the law I became as one under the law, though not being myself under the law, that I might win those under the law. Verse 21, to those outside the law I became as one outside the law, not being outside the law of God, but under the law of Christ, that I might win those outside the law. So here we have Paul saying that he would deceive the people. He's going to lie to the people, so people would believe him. Okay, then finally bringing people to the religion of God, or winning souls to Christ. And this is exactly where this guy is getting his motivation from. He pretends to be Muslim just to expose Islam, then bring people to Christianity. As you can see, this is exactly where he's getting his motivation from. And it's quite unfortunate that Paul, subhanallah, despite not being a hand-picked disciple of Jesus, he wrote, many books, that constitute the canon of the New Testament. So this is where he gets his motivation from. But I have a question for Avery. Why is it that it was easy for you to notice that this guy is just lying? He's not a Muslim. Is it because he pronounced Muhammad, and it is difficult for you to see the lies between those coming up claiming to be Muslims and then arguing for Islam, bringing up nonsensical argument that don't hold water? Is it because they are Arabs, so they know how to pronounce these words, Muhammad, Islam, Allah? Is that the reason why you couldn't see that these people are lying and these people are not Muslims? Okay, because we once have a situation where Avery came live, and then there's this lady pretending to be Muslim. I don't believe she's a Muslim. When she came up, she was just calling people kuffar. Kuffar, we don't want the laws of the kuffar. This is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said. And the kuffar, Avery had to ask her, what does she mean by kuffar? She was aggressive. She wants people to have that impression that she is a very strong Muslim. And imagine someone saying these things, few minutes later, she converted to Christianity.
Okay.
You're saying this Muhammad, he did this to his wife, he struck his wife, he did this. But they are the ideologies from the kuffar, I believe what is good is decided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not decided by, especially not the kuffar. They do not decide what is good and what is bad.
What is
So
kuffar?
A few moments later.
You're now a sister in the faith. Welcome to the family of Christ.
And in fact, what's funny is she touched every topic Avery normally covers. Every topic, from is in Islam you don't ask questions, to the Quran says you should the words of Allah cannot be changed. The Quran said you should believe in the books that came before, and if the books that came before doesn't agree with the Quran, it means the Quran is wrong. She touched every topic. Okay, subhanallah. And at the end of the day, she converted. I was looking at this, I said, subhanallah, this just, I don't know if Avery planned with this lady, or he doesn't actually know exactly what's happening. But then you can see the lies between. Like I said, she accepted Christianity at the end of the day. So from A to Z, you can see how someone can easily deceive the people. I know when you're touched by an argument, a very strong argument, you would tell the person, let me go and think about this, let me go and look at this myself. Then you can come up some other time and say, okay, I've looked at these things and I realize, this is true. I've asked my sheikh and he couldn't give me any answer, so I believe what you're saying. So this is how you see people leave what they used to believe. You wouldn't see someone very strong in his belief, then all of a sudden, just minutes later, from believing that God is not man to believing God is man. Subhanallah. This is what we have for today, and I hope you've learned something. So with this, I say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We'll catch you in the next one.